which part you need to have a more evidence. So that's important. So you always check the assignment with the marking rubric. So you can just go through by yourself the assignment. I just for the formality, I'm going to brief quickly. So in this assignment, you are going to imagine you as a company owner, then you got a project to be delivered to your customer. Okay, so you need to choose one product. So don't ask me many questions, just choose one product that suit to your nature, suit to your background. Okay, maybe you as a manufacturing student, so you can choose any product that can be manufactured. So even you can choose the product that you have been doing for different subject as well, no problem at all, because you're totally going to use a different method or different analysis here. Okay, if you're developing a product for your I don't know, design project or in different subject, whatever it is, you can just choose it if you want, no problem. Okay, identify the product design, bill of material. Okay, because you need to develop a product breakdown structure. So if you went through the session, the video, YouTube video that I have sent, so you should be able to know what is product breakdown structure. You need to understand the whole process in manufacturing the selected product. Okay, you need to develop a Gantt chart to show the timeline of each processes. So what is your consideration? You choose one product, right? So you need to plan how to deliver, how to manufacture 100 units of that product to a high profile customer. So you just put a name, or you can imagine, or you can explain. You can name the customer by yourself. Okay, you can do your assumption. So here, one product to be choose, and then you imagine, or you need to assume that you need to deliver 100 units of product to your customer. So you're going to use the project book template being given to you as a template in completing the assignment. So why is stated here, referring to the marking templates will assist you to avoid losing important marks. You may refer to other resources that are available online, including the journals, reports, case studies, report, videos, etc., assuming the important information that you may need in preparing the report. But all must be justified. Means that when you say something, there should be a basis on it. Okay. Let's say for manufacturing, you not really know about how long it's going to take to manufacture a product. So you need to break it down to the product structure. You need to justify. Maybe to do this component is going to take 1 day. So you should have a good assumption. Okay. If your product is, let's say house. So don't say you can build a house in 1 week. Okay. Don't say that you can build a house in 1 week. Although in China they can build maybe a building, tall building just in 1 week. Okay, that's fine. But just take the average or normal cases when you want to define. So you should have a good assumption with evidence or example. So plan the project from initial planning period until the completion of the project. What is the project? Project is manufacturing a product that being chosen by you just now, and then to deliver it 100 units. So what's the important part here, and which may going to be a struggle for you, is you need to identify, or you need to get a Microsoft project software. Okay, so I don't know how you're going to get it. I leave it to your creativity and also to your intelligence how to get the Microsoft project software. Okay, because you're going to use this Microsoft project software to develop a Gantt chart and also to construct a network diagram. These two things need to be done using the Microsoft project software or any other software that have the similar function if you think it's available online. So I read some, there's available open source software like Project Libra, Proof Hub, WorkZone, and others. Okay, but I never explored it. So you need to check if it can do the same thing, or can develop a Gantt chart and can construct a network diagram. When I say construct a network diagram, means that you're going to give the input, okay, input of the material, the resources, the time, and then when you click, the network diagram will pop up. It's not you draw. If you draw manually, it's still manual. You can't say I did it using using Paint software or using PowerPoint. No, that's still considered as manual. Did you get what I'm trying to say? If you do it manually, you calculate it manually, and you connect it manually, it's still manual, although you're using software. Okay, so you need to use the Microsoft project software, or you can try to check if it's available, the Microsoft project software, the trial version. Can you do it? Maybe trial version you have access for, I don't know, maybe 1 week or maybe 1 month. So during that particular time you can do. But usually the student are able to find the software. Okay, so you can refer to the Microsoft project notes and related video tutorial in the YouTube and other sources that are publicly available through the internet. Why we give this task? Because for coming 2 weeks, we are not going to have a class. You know, it's a Microsoft project application on the assignment. So these 2 weeks you have time. 2 weeks mean we have 2 sessions, 2 hours plus 2 hours, 4 hours per week. Formal time dedicated during the lecture time, right? So we are not going to have a session, but you are going to utilize the session for this. But I'm still available if you want to ask questions, so you are free to contact me. Okay. So the structure for this assignment is you should have a title, you have a product introduction, and then you use the project book. What is project book? We have a project book next down here. So this start date is, I put it 15, but today is it's already 18, right? But because this week, usually 15 means that we start from this week, we're going to give you almost 4 weeks to complete it, and the project is due on 13 December. You need to submit the latest by 13 or earlier than that. So 4 to 5% in the group, not exceeding 5. Okay, so this is the submission through ULEarn. So the project book template, so you need to cover all of these 11 things. Okay, so 11 things. So scope of work, work breakdown structure, operation breakdown, key tasks. So all of these, I believe you can get the information to do it. Most important thing is mostly the slides. Project network should be using the project network diagram, and you have Gantt chart. And another thing is critical path. So critical path also you need to report using the software. So here is the book chapter. Sorry, the template for the project book template that you're going to use as your report template. So one, you're going to do your scope work. So you're going to explain what's your project goals. Okay, what is your objective of the project? What's the works going to involve? What are the limitation of the project? All of this. Okay, I just want to remind, what is project goals? What's the project goals here? You're going to deliver a project, right? Deliver a product, 100 products, something like that, and then you're going to plan. So that's going to be a project. Don't explain like you are doing let's say hybrid car, and don't say the project goal is to reduce the gas emission. You know, that's for different subject, not for this subject. Here is what you are going to do for this specific assignment. So the same thing here, work breakdown structure. So you need to name your product here. You need to explain your product here, there, before this in introduction session. And then you need to draw the WBS, and also both coding and also the structure. And you have your operation breakdown. We give the example. What's in red here is example. Even the diagram here is example. Don't just keep copy and put this as your report. So this is key task list. What's the code? Where do you get this from? From your breakdown structure. And then what's the explanation and how long you're going to do this. So here is where the assumption the good assumption should come. And then it continues here. You're going to draw the project network diagram, software, and also manual. Both. You're going to do both. And then you're going to do some discussion. Okay. What's the difference between them? Is there any difference? What's different if you do it manually, software? So you need to discuss. So you're going to have a very big portion of the marks here. And then project Gantt chart using the Microsoft project. So make sure you have a good size. If you think it's too big, you can put it section by section, or you have the whole version here tiny, but you have in the appendix more clearer. You can do that as well. So you have your resource dictionary. You can go through, okay, the unit here, the resource name, the example being given. The example being given, okay. Here is about how you calculate the cost and the other cost, and we want the detailed budget table letter, how much until you shape this. And then here is critical part. So again, you need to plot the critical part of the project network. You need to paste it here, okay, and give this explanation. So that's straightforward. We give you a template, you just fill the template, okay. And here is the marking rubric. Are you still with me?
So you are not sharing anything, sir.
Sorry?
You are not sharing anything, sir.
I'm not sharing anything. Oh, I have the rubric as well. I mean the assignment one just now as well. You didn't...
Yeah, yes, sir.
So what all of you are listening just now?
I'm opening mine one.
Okay, if you're doing that, then it's okay. But I'm showing just now. Okay, that's fine. So I've been explaining all of this just now. The assignment. Okay. And then I say this is the project book. Can you see now?
Yes, doctor. Can doctor.
Okay. So I have been explaining all of this just now to the end. So the same thing here. So I explained about the questions just now. I asked you to do this project book template. So this is the 11 items that you need to explain in your report. We give the template for you with all the explanation. So you need to understand and do. I also explained just now, project goals mean these project goals. It's not your other subjects project goals. If you choose your hybrid car, don't say the project goal is to reduce the climate change or something else. You're not going to do that. Project goals mean at the end you're going to do. Means that here is the planning, more to the planning, the management of the product here. Okay, work breakdown structure, including both WBS and also the coding. You need to have it here. The operation breakdown, I say this is just the example. Don't just copy and paste this design and put it and explain it. Do it based on your product. Do it based on your product, the necessity of your product. Okay. So all the examples are given. Everything are example. Like here is give a big mark. You need to do both software and also manual, and then you need to explain difference between them and what you find, what you understand from both ways, which one is better or whatever it is. We're going to see the discussion. And the project network, project Gantt chart using the Microsoft project. Okay, these are all the examples. You just need to fill all of this and detailed project budget here based on the information that you have here. You're going to give the detailed budget, and the last one you are going to end with the critical path of the project network. So here you need to develop using the Microsoft project, and you paste it here. I want to see the red activities, because the red activities is the critical, right? So you need to explain it here, and you give some explanation and do conclusion and you're done. And then always refer to the marking rubric. So for in my introduction and background, so the 5 is the maximum. So if you want 5, you read here and you do what they want. If you want 0, so no need to do anything. The same thing here. For scope of work 15. So if you want 15, you read this and you make sure you do all the things that we described here. If you think you just need 9, then you do what's been written or described here. Okay? Like project network. So if you think it's okay, I just want to get 5, you just draw the diagram using Microsoft project. Okay, poorly, no labeling, you put it. Okay, or you have a good diagram, but you don't want to discuss anything, that you're going to get 10. But if you have a good discussion, then you're going to get 20. The same thing for the manual illustration. If you think you just draw and then you just leave it, you're going to get 5. But if you estimate, you have your estimation, you have your explanation, on the difference between manual. If everything has been described here, you're going to get 50. The same thing goes for everything, critical path. You do critical path, but not using Microsoft Project. You just draw, you're going to get 0. I'm explaining in detail because this is what your senior did, the mistake that they did before. Okay, and then do the conclusion. If you usually just leave it without conclusion, then you got 0. Okay, and also the others are the tidiness and also the presentation. So I'm done. Is any question? Yes? Yes? Any question?
Doktor,
Yep.
the cost account and the cost dictionary tu kita just apa nama, just target sendiri je lah untuk
Okay.
produk punya target tu.
This one, cost account, cost dictionary.
Yes.
Okay. Usually, yes, you need to assume, but as I said, good assumption. Usually, how much? If it's based on salary, then how usually the salary will. So you estimate based on product you need, or you can change it based on hour. It's up to you. Yes.
Thank you, doctor.
Okay. But again, how you got the people here? So of course it's going to tally to your what? This team operation breakdown. So how can you have people, you didn't name it here, but suddenly you have that. So you should have things here which you refer. You refer them to put it as a staff. Okay, thank you. Other than that, anything else? No. Okay, that's fine. I don't want to waste your time, and especially my time. So if you don't have anything, so I leave it to you guys. So please work on the assignment in a group, and you have one tutorial question to be answered in the ULEN session. And next, in the next class time, for the 2 continuous class time, you're going to dedicate it using it for the project completion. So we're not going to have a class, but I'm available if you want to discuss anything. Okay?
Okay, doctor.
Okay, doctor.
Okay, so how many of us today? We have about 95. Okay, any last thing that you want to ask? No, right? Okay.
No, sir.
Okay, so thank you for attending the session for this 94 people, 94 students. Thank you very much. Don't forget to record your attendance, and also don't forget to include or to record your attendance for coming 2 weeks. Okay, although we are not going to have a class, the attendance is compulsory. Means that I know when you take that, okay, you are doing it. Okay, but if the team, in a team, you think your team member is not contributing, okay, it's just 2 or 3 of you are doing work, please don't include the name of your team member. But if you think it's going to create problem among you guys, you just include the name, you let me know who is the person who are not contributing. Okay, so I know what to do with the marks later on. But I hope it's not going to be the issue for you guys. I hope you are okay, all of you are good. So please contribute to your team and don't leave it till to the last minute to work. Okay, thank you very much. Stay safe. Okay, hope to see you again. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum and have a good day.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank you, sir.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam.